So, welcome back to more of Mega Man 4, and we're going to be continuing this rate of taking out these robot masters, and next we're going to Drill Man. Drill Man stage is also pretty perilous. It features a lot of spikes as well as a lot of, I guess, overall hazards you have to watch out for. And, well, that's a nice start. Let's see, what I'm going to do here is just try and run away from the ladybugs as much as I can. And I somehow missed that one. I don't really know how. The good news is that Drill Man's stage features a lot of power-ups you can get. It's pretty friendly for that sort of thing. And let's see, here's one right here. I just have to wait for these bats. Let's see, today should be a pretty... Not really sure if this is going to be easy or not because I'm just getting some weird lag here. Yeah, I have to get back to getting used to the timing of these games. There's a way you can get that, but I'm not very good at it. So I'm just gonna skip it. Also, these spikes are here just to mess with you. You can jump at full length and it won't be a problem. Yeah, I think the game just wants to trick you into trying to make a short jump when you end up hitting the spikes below. And let's see, the turns are pretty easy to deal with here. And what I do like about this stage, besides the music, I do like the music in this stage. I mean, overall, the music in this game is kinda hit or miss, but I do like this track. And see, I just gotta take these guys out. Nope, let's just wait for them. And, well, I was watching, some of their Let's Plays of Mega Man, and, they did have pretty much the same idea of, going towards these stages. I mean, most of them are done in order as they should be, but, you know, I just wanted to do something different. Also, with these rocks, they only start falling whenever you try and go across them. So I also gotta give Round the Wheel props for figuring out or for coming up with, using the skull barrier against these rocks. And, the skull barrier is actually a pretty underrated weapon when you think about it. It, does a good job of destroying everything in its path, and, even though it doesn't look fancy, it does get the job done. And that's one thing I do like about watching other Mega Man Let's Plays out there, is that you do get to learn something different. You get to find like somebody else's perspective on how they go about solving the certain obstacles that this game loves to throw at you. And with Drill Man, sometimes he likes to dig, and other times he shoots his drill bombs. And this guy is actually pretty easy with the dive missile. And let's see, that's normally what he does is he likes to dig, and then he'll try and hit you with those drill bombs, or he'll try and jump on you. And I just end up timing that all wrong. And yeah, with the dig, he just likes to take his time with those things. But overall, he's not that big a deal when you know his pattern. Even though he is probably the most random out of all of them. But overall, he's not that bad, and that is the end of Drill Man. So here we get a pretty decent weapon in the drill bomb. This is going to be used to break walls. Or break these green walls that we're going to be coming across in due time. And also the rush jet. And unfortunately, the rush jet is nowhere near as broken as it was in 3. And they do a good job. Well, they do nerf that weapon pretty well. Yeah, they nerf that ability pretty well, but there's also something like if you get hit while you're standing on rush, you still move forward. There's like some weird things you can do with that. But here we are at Dustman stage, and Dustman stage takes place in a junkyard, of course. Well, this isn't really a junkyard, this is more like a trash factory. But, let's see, the biggest hazard is going to be these guys jumping out of the pit. And it is pretty easy to get caught off guard by these guys the first time you play it. And, let's see, this stage is somewhat generic, and the ability itself, or the ability you get, is generic. But overall it is pretty useful. Let's see, these appearing, disappearing blocks are a little bit easier to negotiate because they wait to form. And see, let's just keep going here. And yeah, this is probably the one tricky one to avoid. And that's it, just need to get over here. And find Eddie. And that won't do. Yeah, the good thing about Eddie is that you can manipulate his AI. And you can just reset him every time you get something you don't want. Which is unfortunate, because in this game you more often than not get a bunch of weapon energy when you don't need it. And I actually think in Mega Man 6 they, I guess they reprogrammed his odds to like give you something better. But let's see, I'll get to that when I get to Mega Man 6. Actually was meaning to do a race with a few other guys, but you know, unfortunately with the summer the way it is, I just haven't been able to figure out like any time to get together for that. I mean, doing it itself won't be that hard, it's just that, you know, unfortunately I'm using a different program than Sony Vegas, and I don't have the technology to use split screen on my video editor. So unfortunately I can't really be the one to put all that together. Which is unfortunate, but at the same time I have to work with what I have. Anyway, meanwhile we're at the this crusher section where it is pretty easy to obviously get crushed. And the Mega Buster is pretty useful for this part. And yeah, that's some really cheap enemy placement. Don't worry, we'll be seeing these plenty more in Mega Man X6. And yeah, in Mega Man X6 they do the same thing, except they make it a lot worse. And you'll just see when we get to that. Speaking of which, I probably need to start a thread on Vega soon about like having co-commentators, because I am not taking on that train wreck by myself. I mean, I'm gonna be playing it, but I just don't want to commentate over all that by myself. And anyway, here we are, Dustman. He's weak against the ring boomerang, so let's just go ahead and get that up. And let's see, with Dustman, his attacks are pretty simple. He either likes to shoot the Dust Crusher, he either jumps at you, or he likes to use his vacuum cleaner to suck you in. Kinda like Magnet Man did in Mega Man 3. And he does go down pretty quickly with a ring boomerang, so that is a pretty good weapon to have. And ring boomerang's also going to be pretty useful after the 8 bosses, but I'll get to that when we get to Dr. Kazak's castle. So now that we're done with Dustman, let's get the Dust Crusher, and this is a decent weapon. It fires a big hunk of dust forward, and then it let's see, who should I go for next? And then it breaks off into 4 pieces. You know what, I want to get the balloon, so let's go with Pharaoh Man next. And let's see, for speedrunners, Pharaoh Man's a pretty sensible first choice. And the reason for that is because you can do a lot of things with a balloon item, and also the Pharaoh shot is a very useful weapon to have. But I think the main reason is for the balloon. Then again, if anybody else watches those speedruns, I don't know, I could be wrong. If anybody else watches those speedruns and thinks I'm wrong, then feel free to correct me. Let's see, I need to... Well, you can get this with a rush coil, but I would rather use the rush jet. And I'm probably gonna get hit here. Or maybe not. Yeah, see, that's what I meant by rush, like, still moves whenever you get hit. And, you know, I'm just doing this to save time. I mean, granted, I'm not really doing a race, but if I was, this is probably what I would be doing anyway. Of course, I wouldn't be going in the order I did, but I'm just kind of getting off topic now. And with that, I've got the balloon. It's basically item 1 from Mega Man 2. And let's see, I'm gonna need it to now, why didn't you open, you stupid bat? Yeah, I was gonna shoot that thing, but then it just decided not to show up. Yeah, it is pretty easy to die across these spikes, and these platforms like to shoot at you at the most inopportune times. And I do like that blue flame in the background. I think that's a nice touch. Let's see, here we're gonna find mummies, and I do like how the mummies like keep their mouths open whenever they fire their heads at you. And yeah, we'll be seeing those guys a little bit, or in a little bit. Also, do remember to time your jumps, otherwise it is pretty easy to have that platform break on you. But here we are at Pharaoh Man's lair, and let's see, what he likes to do, he likes to jump around and shoot his Pharaoh shot, but the easy way to beat him is if you get him in a loop, where he just fires his shot at you, like so. Okay, why are you not looping? Then again, I'm probably staying too far away from him. Yeah, that's why I meant to get him in the loop. Just like so. Now I missed him. Alright, let's just finish him off here. Oh, with that, that is the end of Pharaoh Man. And that is just 3 more bosses knocked off. And yeah, with 2, 3, and 4, these were the ones I played the most, so these are probably the ones I'm the best at. I mean, out of the classic Mega Mans. But with that, we have got 3 more weapons to work with and 3 more Robot Masters left, so join me next time as I take out those remaining Robot Masters. See you then!